Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports Bites. Sports Bites, we are your number one sports podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds, sports and snacks. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. We've got an awesome episode lined up for you. To my right over here tonight, on the mic, we've got my brother, Don Schro. Don, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? How we doing?
Not bad. How you doing, dude?
Doing great, doing great.
Good to have you here. Good to have you here.
Good to be back.
Across the table over here, good friend, Dr. Mike. On the mic, Brent Turner. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing, man?
Dr. Mike.
Doing well, doing well. And across the table, the long ways, good
Hello.
friend, Robert Bialik. Robert Bialik.
How's it going?
Robert. Good, man. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good.
Well,
What's up, everybody?
hope everyone is doing well this evening. And again, as we always do, quick shout out to our man behind the scenes over here, Josh Richards, keeping us going, rocking and rolling tonight. What's going on, Josh? How you doing? And as always, we want to announce that we are coming to you live tonight from Varsity Park Studios at Varsity Park Franklin, Roanoke's newest innovative storage and business center. Check them out on Facebook or at varsityparkfranklin.com. Well then, let's get some shout outs to some fans. That was a quick intro, I feel like. Let's rock
Oh,
some
yeah. I
fan
see already a
stuff
few
out
people
here.
in the chat.
I'll say we
You know.
got
What's
people
up,
in.
everybody? How you doing tonight?
And just
How we
thank you
doing?
all. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for being a part of this. Throw some comments in here. Jump in here. Get on board with this. Start engaging. Let's get this podcast rolling. Again, we want to thank you all so much for being a part of the Sports Bites family and helping us keep the podcast and the brand rolling in the right direction. Thank you so much. We love you, and we hope you have a great time tonight watching. I'm trying to get it all out fast because I know tonight we've got some Major League Baseball.
We got action packed. We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
AFC preview. We know we hit our NFC last week. Got an AFC preview coming this evening.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of what moves you guys. What moved y'all Thursday?
I don't have nothing to say about anything. So
Nothing. Robert's
good.
I'm gonna sit here and
Outta here.
stay here and drink my damn Dr. Pepper and just.
What'd you put in that Dr. Pepper? Mike?
Well, let's get this thing rolling, man. As we always started off.
Let's start with some snacks,
Let's
dude.
start with some
I feel a little snacky. I could go for something.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most
Let's
definitely.
do it.
So I've got 2 savory snacks, 1 sweet snack.
Okay.
All right. What do you want to start with?
Your call, Doc.
Whatever you hand us.
All right.
Usually salty is
Yeah, we'll end with the sweet
the
one.
best.
We'll start with this. I've got Chex Mix Remix Zesty Taco.
Chex Mix Remix.
Sorry, Zesty Taco?
Yeah, it's got taco season Chex,
Okay.
Fritos, cheese
like
puffs,
taco.
and salsa Chex.
I like tacos.
I like turtle.
My stomach is going to be poor at the end of this episode.
Okay.
Oh.
They already smell really good.
Taco like? You like the beef taco?
Taco.
Getting nothing but
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, Fritos?
Yeah.
All Fritos in there?
That's the remix.
all right.
Dude, a lot of Fritos
That's the
in there.
remix. It's all corn chips.
It's all
That's the
Fritos.
remix.
I do like how there's like all the different
Is
like
that
variations of Chex. You know, you've got like the peanut butter chocolate ones.
Savory.
It's
So,
the remix to
Let me
ignition.
ask you this.
God, fresh out the
If you're
kitchen.
eating
Uh-oh.
Chex Mix, everyone, I
Good
feel like
job.
everyone has a favorite. If you reach in, what's your
Like a-
favorite Chex piece to pull
Like
out?
an
The
OG,
wheat-
like a regular.
Wheat, rice, or corn? Which one?
Oh, you're talking the cereal.
Yeah. Like in the Chex Mix, you reach in, you're like, man.
Mm.
I'll tell you right now, with the cheddar especially, it's all about the wheat Chex.
I like wheat
Cheddar.
Chex and rice Chex.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a
Let's
big
go. Let's
Chex
try them
fan.
out.
All right, here we
All right,
go.
here we go.
Yeah, corn chip. God's still trying. Here we go.
Holy shit. The red ones,
what I'm trying to get.
Got a lot of flavor on the red ones.
Yeah.
That's a lot of flavor on the red ones.
Corn chip was kind of like, just like a Frito.
Those are pretty good. Hold on. I need another test.
Double dab. Those aren't bad though.
You son of a bitch.
I just want to make sure I get the red pieces you're talking about. Nope.
There are.
There we go.
Pretty good.
Get one right here.
I'll give it pretty good.
A lot of flavor on that.
I like the
A strong tomato, like
Yeah.
salsa flavor.
I like the zesty seasoning on it.
Better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Where'd you get that?
He does not give away. He does not give away his secrets.
Yeah, they
The-
just
the
make
snack
chips
director.
and then dump taco seasoning.
Yeah, he
No,
usually-
no, no, no,
usually
no,
gets
no.
most of the stuff from Kroger.
Because those pieces right there are not just taco seasons, regular
You
checks.
be
Like
coming
that
out
will-
with different stuff
No,
all
those
the
were-
time.
that was
They're all
taco
different,
seasoning.
like- That's taco season, and then there's salsa season.
No, that just seemed like clumped up
No, listen.
taco. That would
we'll
that
get to it in the
tasted like-
review.
That's all right.
We'll
We'll
do it
talk
in the
about
review.
it,
tasted
dude.
like
Yeah.
I disagree.
I just ate a red piece and it tasted like taco seasoning.
But it's salsa.
It tasted like taco seasoning.
All right. Anyways, all right.
Talk about it later.
So
Talk about
I
that
know
later.
this next one, the Lay's company and this podcast have sort of a checkered history.
Yes.
Okay?
They
We
are
have
Uh-huh.
good ones for sure.
and
Tutti
we have some bad ones,
Fruttis.
but this one, as soon as I saw them, I was like,
Scallops,
I have to get these. No,
the white cream.
this is the Global Flavor Drop Edition.
He just
I don't know what. I don't know.
They're
what
either
kind.
going to be good or bad.
just
I
got
don't think they're
plain
Lay's
the average.
honey butter.
okay.
So
That
right,
sounds
it
great.
could be really good or it could be amazing.
I think it's.
I love.
I think it's
I
gonna
love
be
honey
really
butter
good.
too.
Okay.
I'm wondering how Lay's does honey butter.
Uh-oh. Wow, don't
do
step
like
on
a
it.
Texas Roadhouse branded. Get the license with that cinnamon honey butter on chips. I
If
would-
Country
you,
crock.
if you are gonna sit there and tell me that these chips are even close to competing with the honey butter from fucking Texas Roadhouse, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to shut your damn mouth, Brent. I don't
No,
want
I'm
to hear
not.
that
If they
kind of.
have that
I don't want to
taste
hear
to
that
it,
kind of blasphemy on
impressive.
the
No, I'm not saying they
podcast.
compare. I'm saying Lay's should have partnered with them and made them that.
But yeah, if they have a similar taste, that'd be impressive.
That's a butter. Holy
Buttery.
Oh, it's butter.
Oh my god.
Dude, smell it.
Josh.
He said, "Oh God."
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, dude. I
Tutti
feel
Frutti,
like
because
I-
I thought Randy thought he was gonna love Tutti Frutti. Remember?
oh,
He really hated it. He really hated it.
Never thought I was gonna like that one.
No, we were raving about it. He's like, "Yes,
All
we
right.
got Tutti
Ready?
Frutti." Oh, he just went in. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. I don't want to do it. I really don't. Here we go.
That's for you guys. That's not me.
Something beeping out there. You leave the refrigerator
Oh
open?
shit. Yep.
Josh got it.
I'm gonna eat a lot of these, but that's not.
Nope, that's one and done for me.
That's not me.
mm.
No. That's one
I think
and
they're
done.
good.
That's not me.
That's
I
one
like
and
those
done
a
for
lot.
me. Oh man,
I like those.
I don't like them. I don't like it.
Josh and Lindsay.
I'm weird. I'm catching the same feeling you are.
It,
like,
it's definitely got like that.
just
I
getting
can't
really
believe
weird.
it's not butter spray.
Overpowering butter.
but there's no like
tasting.
salt. Yeah, it's just like straight butter. No, not much salt or anything.
I get a little honey on the end too.
Can't
Ready
do it.
trying to get the tasting notes and go back in.
Nah. One and
You get
done.
the, you do get a little sweetness.
Yeah,
Okay, all
one-
right.
You
One
get a
and
little
done.
sweetness for sure. I'll give you that. You definitely get a little sweetness, but
You might
I think
have,
that butter is just overpowering, like artificial
Yeah.
butter to me. That's
you might have different
Mm.
scores on that one.
No, I'm good, buddy.
It says John. I will take more.
Last one.
All right, here we go.
It's about
I think
that
I'll
time.
mess
Bo-
with these.
it's about that time. boys.
Strawberry,
No, it's about that time.
cherry.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
wanna
like
make a
it's like
comment, but
it's
I feel
like
like I get-
70.
It feels like fall out.
It's like 77 degrees outside. Breeze.
Okay. I feel
It
where
had
this
me
is going.
feeling a certain kind of way. I
What's up,
got
Adam?
pumpkin spice Oreos.
Yes.
I think these are going to be good.
Here we go. I've heard about
I'm a
these.
sucker for most things pumpkin spice, so
too.
I am.
Yes.
It is right in my wheelhouse.
Yes.
I fuck with pumpkin.
So,
I love pumpkin.
without any
Anything
further ado,
pumpkin.
you want to grab two and take one over there to.
What
Sir
is
Josh?
Robert's like, yeah, and then I want 2 for myself.
Pumpkin
damn it.
pie. Pumpkin pie is my shit.
Oh, what up, Adam?
Adam, what's up, dude? He's not fast on the fake butter.
You would not. I don't know if you'd like those.
It's got that golden Oreo.
Don't like the smell.
Ooh, the smell smells like a candle almost.
I smell a lot of like
It smells waxy.
It's
like
straight
a
I
candle.
smell caramel.
Well, it's all fall spice, boys.
Caramel.
All right, what do you say? Let's dig in.
I
Little bit
found
of that.
That's straight candle like.
I found out that I'm actually on both
Having
sides
different-
with you and Rachel on it because I found out I thought I always pronounced
You
it
dove in?
caramel,
You dove in?
but I
Here we
don't.
go.
But I don't pronounce it caramel either. It's caramel. It's a 3-syllable word, caramel.
You're way wrong.
All right. Tastes way better than it smells. It smells a little like a candle because I did have pumpkin
Bro, those are
candles before. But yeah, add some milk. Yeah.
I fucks with it.
these are good.
I fuck with it.
Yeah, I'll give
Yeah, I
it.
did promise Casey these would make it home.
Yeah.
Kroger.
Kroger.
I'll be good on.
Kroger.
I'll be good on those. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Why are you making promises you can't keep?
But I know, right? It's in danger.
He's gonna
This
be
package of
munching
Oreos is
throughout
in
the whole
danger.
episode.
We got 5 sharks in the room, and they are just all every
Josh
one.
would be like pass those every now and then.
I think what they
Josh, like, can I see the ingredient list on that package?
but what I really like about these is that they put a slice of pumpkin pie on the front.
Yes.
I like that.
I get a pie, because of the golden
Yes.
Oreo. I get in that
Like
it
pie
reminds me
feeling.
very strongly of a pumpkin pie, with the butteriness of the cookie.
I agree. The smell threw me off, but the taste
With all due respect,
taste was there.
chips. I like it especially because it did a great job of getting the butter.
Yeah,
It was like, the moment it touched my tongue, I was like, "Oh, that's good pumpkin right there."
Yeah, I'm
Well,
Once
gonna save
once it
these
hits
for
your
the
lips.
end. Those will be sitting there for the end. All right. Oh yeah, pumpkin spice donuts. Those are dangerous.
The little tiny ones. That
Oh
come in
yeah, the
bag.
little minis.
All right, boys.
All right,
We'll
snack
save our
time's
review for the
over.
end, but
Snack time is over.
not bad.
all right.
Not bad.
We're gonna have some up and down reviews today for sure.
I mean, it's better than just down reviews on mine. So,
Well,
Well,
Brent tries to.
the
Brent
guy's
tries
not
to be
always
The
perfect.
Dr.
all right?
Dr. Mike Oxlong over here likes to be a pleaser.
A
I like to
pleaser.
try the difference.
well, I mean, I get a little ownership over this segment.
as he does that.
You know, like I get a little
I'm a
ownership of the
pleaser.
segment, so I just try to make sure I bring quality
Pleasure.
snacks that our viewers, so they like, hey, the boys gave it a good review. Sports Bites gave it a good review. Let's go in. It's at Kroger. Go get it.
Brent, just let me put my innuendo in this. I'm trying to make
I
sports
got
bites
it.
sexy. dude.
No, I got
Yeah.
All right.
Make it sexy.
Make it quick and sexy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I want to start off tonight. You know, we're getting towards the end of August.
Quick.
Everybody in here knows September is crunch time for Major League Baseball. Playoffs are starting. Just like you're talking about, you know, the fall cool days are approaching. Those October game nights are coming.
And
I want to talk about some teams. I want to talk about who's hot, who's not, and who do you guys really think are going to be the strong ones in the playoffs?
I think it's fair to talk about everyone's team in this room. They're all pretty relevant right now, as far as I mean, us in Boston, we're
all in the
on the
mix.
cusp.
We are.
We're on the
Every
cusp.
team in
And
here is in the mix.
Baltimore, they're staying up here.
I feel like with the Braves, my problem that I've had with them is I feel like this whole season, and I feel like honestly the Orioles you could probably attest to this as an Orioles fan too. Every time it's like you take 2 steps forward, you take 3 steps back. Every single time.
But yeah, like we get
Little-
Lopez and
little
Harris
shout out
back.
there to who was it?
Paul Abdul.
Paul Abdul.
Yeah,
There it
Paul
was.
Abdul.
Little shout out to Paula Abdul. But yeah, that's how I felt like every time it's like, okay, you're getting a little momentum. You got this. And then it's like, oh, you got an injury. Shit. You get an injured player back, and then you get 2 more injuries. It's like, damn, dude, can never catch up to 100% healthy because I feel like both of our teams, the Orioles and the Braves, at 100% health are tough to mess with. They
Yeah.
really are. There's
And it's a very unfortunate. Injuries happen. We've had more than average amount of injuries this year, especially to our bigger players. But like, Riley's out for 6 to 8 weeks because he got hit by a pitch. You got to look up,
Albie's
and
same
Albie's is
exact
out.
thing.
But you got to look on the bright side. We just got Soler back. He's been doing well. He's been starting to fit back in the Atlanta uniform. We just got Lopez back starting tonight. We're getting guys back. Just got Harris back. His first at bat, he hit a grand slam after 2 months of not playing. So, I'm not worried, as far as talent goes. We have enough. We still got our pitchers. I think we're going to be okay.
You need a full.
Going
I mean,
forward.
but for Atlanta, you really need a good roster going into October.
Yeah, of
And it's
course.
just how
But
many
you can't
more
do anything
injuries can
about
they
injuries.
overcome?
Well,
You can't
figure
do
at
anything about it.
You
you
figure
know?
at this
What are
point,
you
if
gonna do?
Riley is 6 to 8 weeks, he is on the cusp of, if you do make
Yeah,
wild card,
exactly. He
not
won't
being
be there.
available at the beginning of wild card. That's
You
huge.
just got to think of what you're going to do without him. You got to move forward.
I mean, like I said earlier, there's nobody is standing out in the majors. The top 12 teams, record-wise,
Yeah.
all are within 7, 8 games. I don't know, it's very close.
I like
And
it.
with a
I
month
like
left-
it. I like it like this.
With a month
One
left,
or
there's a
two.
lot of swing that can
Yeah,
happen.
there's 36, 37 games left
Games,
or
yeah,
something like
36. Yeah.
that.
There's definitely some
A
teams.
lot of things can move.
Yeah, in 36
From here,
games, a lot of
everything's
things could
bunched up.
happen. Yeah.
Those
gonna
divisional
be a
games and the games against teams that you're competing with for those top records, those become really important.
Yeah.
For the
The-
next 5-6 weeks.
Yes.
The Orioles guaranteed the season over the Red Sox the other night. They've already clinched the season series with the Blue Jays. We play the Yankees 3 more times. We need to win one of those for the season series. But really, those 3 games we're gonna.
Yeah,
have
I
to
mean,
win one
they've
of
been at
those.
the top of
That's
the
the
division
next
all
to
year.
last series of the season.
It's been
is
like
against the Yankees.
Baltimore's 2 games up, Yankees 2 games up. They're sitting in a half game right now.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fight this whole September.
I honestly think the teams are you guys are gonna need to worry about is like Cleveland and Astros rather than the guys.
That was
from the
what I
East.
was going to say.
Like,
There's
these
teams
guys
that
are hot.
are trending in the right
Hot,
direction. And the Astros,
Astros.
we talked about the Astros at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
'cause
more
they had
and more. Yep.
terrible
Oh, man.
April.
But
and
you
May,
knew what was
they
coming.
but
You knew
they said you
eventually.
can't win the division, but you can lead it. Now they got a 5-game lead in the division. They've just
Yeah, it's crazy.
they've
Yeah,
been
they
hot.
turned it. They got hot.
They just turned it around,
in,
man.
What was it?
Yeah, the run differential's plus 71.
June? I think it was
That's
June
nuts.
they started to get hot.
You got to look at Valdez, Brown, Hader, all those guys that were like kind of like hot and cold the first few months of the year, and now they're all just like doing great things. Every single start, every single close for Hader, like they've just been.
That's what I'm looking forward
Lockdown.
to. We got a 4-game series against them this weekend.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
gonna be really good.
Awesome.
Really good baseball.
What series happening right now are really like you got a
Philly-
big
Philly
series.
and the
We've
Braves.
got the Braves, Phillies
And
right now,
Atlanta.
and honestly, Boston against the Mets. That's
Yep.
big for us, but that's big for Boston.
That's
too.
gonna be a
Like,
good series. Like
we got-
that's a tough series.
We're in like a
Mets are
3
hot right
series stretch that with
Grimace.
the Mets,
Grimace
the Astros, and then the
I
Dodgers.
hope you guys kill them.
Mhm.
And that's brutal.
Yeah.
But then down the stretch, we've got the Tigers twice, the White Sox. We've got some easy series down the stretch, so that should help. But I mean, right before we go on, I read Zach Eflin on the 15-day IL, which
Yep.
I don't know how many more pitchers we can lose.
Right. Y'all,
That's just
y'all's
tough,
pitching
man.
has been.
It's-
It's.
That's tough.
I wouldn't say you guys have been devastated, but again, it's that
I'd
two-step
say
forward,
we've
but it's
been-
the 2-step forward, 3-step back.
Yeah,
thing. It's
definitely
like every
devastated.
time like you said, you guys get a player back, and immediately somebody else is going.
I'd say we've been devastated. It was looking like our rotation at the start of the year was going to be Corbin Burns, Kyle Bradish, Grayson Rodriguez, and
John Means.
John Means
Mhm.
once he came in.
I don't think any of these guys
We
are pitching.
trade for Eflin at the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all those guys, we've got Corbin Burns in our starting rotation.
Yeah, good thing y'all traded up for Burns. The damn good thing.
So we were talking about the Astros and the AL. in the NL, when we did our MLB preview, there's a team I talked about. It's like, if they can hang tight, they'll be right there. It's the Diamondbacks. We didn't think the Diamondbacks were doing it, but the Dodgers have been kind of. They've only had a huge lead to start the division in the division, and they've just kind of been
Took their foot
not
off
been.
the gas,
and
man.
so they're only sitting 4 games back.
They were a
You know
World
the Diamondbacks
Series
are
team,
good.
man.
Nobody
They
gives
just
them,
won the World Series.
nobody talks
Not
about him,
won
but
it, but they
Ketel
were in
it. They were
Marte
in it,
should
excuse
be an
me.
MVP candidate.
Who?
What's that?
Ketel Marte should be an MVP
Marte,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Marte's been knocking the cover off.
Corbin Carroll
It's finally coming
finally
at him.
come around.
Yes, he's coming
Thank
around.
God
Terrible start to
he
the
did it for. Thank God he sucked for so long that Cam decided to drop him.
I had him for a little bit. Yeah, you got him.
God.
But no, Gurriel, Jock Peterson. Obviously, we love Jock from the World Series. Dude, he's been red.
Yeah, he's hot.
still
right
been
now,
red
too. I
hot.
picked him up.
Yeah, dude, that whole
Say what you
team,
will, I do
McCarthy,
blast.
Oh, yeah,
all their pitchers have been doing good. They got their closer back. Watch out for them. And to go along with that, a team I talked about the whole year that's on the cusp the last 2 years that have pretty much played 500 ball for the last like 200-300 games. The Padres.
Yeah.
They finally, they're starting to
games
get
back.
up.
They're starting to hit. They're starting to hit.
I've been saying it since I went to that series where
Yeah.
I saw them play. Like
They're so good.
they could win the world. They could win the World
Their
Series.
lineup,
That
is lethal. They
lineup
just need pitching.
Yes.
is
Without Tatis right now. No
ridiculous.
Tatis.
Yeah.
When they get Tatis back.
Every single person in that lineup, when they hit the ball, they hit the
Yes.
ball hard.
Yes.
They hit the ball hard.
Yes.
And
Even their outs are line outs. Like hard
Shout
hit
out Jackson
balls.
Merrill keeping my fantasy
they
team
are
afloat.
Yeah, 1
very
through 9.
good. They've got a very good bullpen.
Mm-hmm. They got Tanner Scott now with
Can I draft
Suarez.
a fantasy team to
Yeah.
go suck it because they fucking tanked?
Yeah, they got Tanner Scott. That was a closer for Miami. He's taking over the 8th inning role. Like, he's cool with it because they got Suarez, who's dominant.
No, the
And then
Padres.
now they're just set.
It is a very good. I think it's a very good pick to place some money on the Padres to win the World Series.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You guys, you think there's anybody right now outside looking in that's got a shot of really getting hot and coming through?
I mean, the Red Sox.
And making the playoff.
I'd like us to.
At least wild card, yeah.
I'd like
I
us
think the
to
Red
finish the
Sox-
year. I
We
think
got- we
I
got
think
some
it's gonna
crappy-
be Diamondbacks and Padres, the 2 wild card. I think we could sneak in if we finish the year well as the 3rd team and try to get in that 1-game playoff.
My thing. I'm looking at the.
So it's like the first team in the wild card gets in, right?
I
and
don't
then the
think
1-game
the
playoff is
Giants.
the
I
second
don't
and
think the
third.
Giants will, and the Cardinals. Anybody at 5 games, that's quite a bit to come back from with 30.
We just got to get these games against Philly. That's the start.
There's a team in the NL sitting down there. They're a little bit back, but Cincinnati.
I was literally about to say the Reds.
Cincinnati?
They have some good talent.
Yeah,
on
I
their
mean
team.
they're
5.5 is a lot.
5.5 is
yeah.
a lot of games. They had to really have a really good September. You think
What's
it,
their
but it
schedule
gives you just hope.
like?
If you're a Cincinnati fan, it's like they're a year away. Like you just keep these young hitters together for
Hey.
another year. A lot of fans up there thought it would be this year.
A team that worries me right now in the NL wild card is San Francisco. They're 3.5 out from being in.
San Fran's hot right
They
now.
could easily swap places with us and jump the Mets and end up being the 3rd wild card.
San
team.
Fran's playing confident right now.
They are.
I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Brewers.
The
Even-
Reds, the Reds. See, they got a 4-game series with the Brewers, the Astros.
Yeah.
They play the Mets, the Braves,
Mm-hmm.
Twins,
That's a tough
Yeah,
September.
that's tough.
Guardians.
That's too tough.
That's a tough September. That's a tough September.
Yeah, I've been impressed by the Brewers all year, man. They just
I'm-
lost Yelich.
I'm just rooting for my Sox. Man.
They just lost Yelich, but dude, ever since we traded Contreras to him, which I thought was a terrible move, still think to this day because
Well,
he's
people
been
were
so
writing
good.
them off because it looked like you don't trade away your best pitcher when you're
I know
when
that.
you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a run for it this year.
Now they
You
got
don't do
Devin.
that.
They got Devin Williams back now. Peralta's been good all year. They got a lot of guys. I mean, that dude Colin Ray had a perfect game through 6 innings the other night. So they got some good guys.
I'm looking forward to seeing
Coming
how
out of there.
it shapes up. I'm rooting for the Sox. They're right there. I think they're maybe a little bit ahead of schedule.
I think you guys are in good
Yeah,
shape.
Let me ask you this, because
You guys are
the
in good
Orioles are
shape.
pretty much solidified. They're going to be there.
We should.
Boston gets bumped, doesn't make the playoffs. Who are you rooting for in the playoffs?
Which team?
Huh?
Which team?
If Boston gets bumped.
If Boston gets bumped, you don't have a dog in the playoffs.
I'll root for the O's.
O's? What about you?
What, in the
Braves.
AL?
Braves don't make it into the playoffs. We get bumped. Who are you rooting for through the playoffs?
Padres for sure.
Padres?
You?
I've been wanting to see the Padres.
I'm going to root for the O's for the whole thing, but in the NL, I think I'd probably root for the Dodgers.
Don't talk to me.
Freddie, man.
God.
Freddie, dude.
I love
Have you
Freddie, but
not-
I hate the
You
Dodgers.
just like getting
I like-
punished by the Dodgers.
I like Shohei. I like Freddie. I think that
I love
Speaking
Freddie,
of
but
which,
I can't like the Dodgers.
If I'm picking one from the NL, it would be the Padres because of Manny.
yeah,
I'd probably go Diamondbacks.
I do like the Diamondbacks.
If I had to pick,
They have the underdog story.
they're hot right now.
if I had
They
to
are
pick a
hot.
World Series matchup, of course it's biased, but this would also be electric.
Baltimore,
Orioles,
San Diego,
Philly, Baltimore, Philly.
Baltimore, Philly.
That would be. That's all.
Dude, it's a 20-minute train ride.
Yeah.
They're 50 miles apart. I lived
Yeah.
right in the middle.
That would be
They
awesome.
really
Every
apart.
game
That would be pretty cool.
be
Sold out, packed to the.
ridiculous.
It's all that 95 quarter.
Not to mention,
packed.
we traded with them this year.
Yeah.
We gave them Austin Hayes for
Yep.
Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that
Didn't Kimbrel
and
come
we
from,
also got Gregory Soto.
And
didn't
Kimbrel.
come from the Phillies?
Yeah, that before this.
Yeah,
before
before
the
the
season.
season.
Yeah.
That would be.
I
That
would
be
like
an-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
I
be
would
an
like
epic
that.
series right there. That
Yeah.
would be. Plus, your players don't travel a lot, so you don't have that travel
Right.
fatigue.
There's
in these
no
games.
there's no
Everyone's off-
fatigue. You
yeah.
could probably stay in Baltimore every
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
No, but it's not going to happen because the Orioles bullpen sucks. They don't have any more pitching, and honestly, I love all their lineup. If they're not hitting home runs, they're worthless this year. It's so surprising. Last year, they manufactured runs. They were one of the
ball.
best hitting teams with runners in scoring position. They didn't hit a lot of home runs last year. This year, all they do is hit home runs, and if they don't hit home runs, they can't. They suck with runners in scoring position unless it's a home run.
I remember
It's-
last year.
It's painful to wait. It's so frustrating. So frustrating.
I feel like Robert's blood pressure is like through the roof while he's
Sometimes,
talking.
Hey, hold on.
sometimes this is a good spot.
Hold on.
You know how I came in here hot after the AFC Championship game, and I just needed to let it go.
We're in here, but we're in
but
Randy's
I just
basement.
but I just let it go.
That's my moment. And
You know, like sometimes you just need to put that out into the world.
yeah.
Hey,
I'm pissed.
hold on. I haven't got a chance to talk to him in a few weeks, but I know you are happy about the Jackson Holiday situation.
Sure. Oh,
He's
absolutely.
been fantastic the last
He's
few
been
weeks.
great. Of course.
He came out of nowhere and just started boom.
Look, I have nothing to complain about as far as where
Glad
our
he
team is
finally
headed.
started popping off.
Not this year, though.
We'll see. It's a we'll see thing.
Not.
I gotta hit you with the same thing you've hit me with all season, though, man. Like, you are a fan of a really, really, really good baseball team, dude. You guys have a record that's gonna put you in a great spot.
Until they win in the playoffs, he's not gonna.
I get that, but you gotta be in the
Same with the
playoffs.
football team.
You gotta be in the playoffs to win in the playoffs, and I'm like, don't worry about
Stop.
step 5. Worry about step 2 if that's. where
We're
you're at.
only in the
I'm like,
position we're in right now, though, because of the start we had to our season. For the last month and a half to close to 2 months, we have been at best mediocre. Like it has been
I've been floating above
since
20.
it's
about
been
20.
really,
Dog days,
really
man.
mediocre
Dog days.
for a while. And last year we would hit like a few game stretch where it was like, all right, this is where things turn. And no, like everything turned around. We figured it's taken months. And every time that we have a game where it's like, okay, we're gonna figure it out. The next game it's like we make shitty pictures look amazing the day after we like shell Zach Wheeler or something.
Yeah.
Like it's
But it's baseball,
Baseball.
man.
Baseball
it
be like
is-
that.
it is
Freaks and
baseball.
slumps, man.
Baseball be like that
It-
sometimes, man.
But just breaking down what our team is right now, with our starting our starting rotation can't go into a playoff with
Only one.
God. Who would it be right now? It would be Corbin Burns, Dean Kramer at 2,
Yeah.
maybe Albert Suarez.
Yeah, Suarez has been okay.
Woof.
Albert Suarez, Dean Kramer there in the 3. And
Yeah, you
then
guys gotta
the
stay at
4 is
bullpen
like
games.
A bullpen game.
Cade Povich. Maybe it can't be Rogers. That dude sucks.
I can't believe y'all traded for him.
I get it.
He was
This is
awful in
not-
Miami, bro.
We didn't trade for him for this year. We didn't trade for him thinking you're gonna be on our playoff rotation. We traded him for him because we have 2 years control. He was a rookie of the year, an all-star pitcher. He has the stuff there. They think if they can, he's a lefty, big guy.
Get out of
If they can-
Miami.
right. So this is that was a future trade, but he's not. That wasn't this year. He sucks this year. The dude sucks. But yeah, no. With our starting rotation and our bullpen, which is ass, they're not going to win games.
We'll
know.
see.
Last
Like I
month of the
said,
year, it's gonna be exciting.
And like
looking
I
forward
was,
to it.
that's I tell people all the time, that's all baseball is. It is literally a game of streaks and slumps. That
Yeah,
is
man.
all it is. You maximize your streaks, you minimize your slumps, and you'll get to the playoffs. And do I think you guys are as hot as you were at the beginning of the season? Absolutely not. Do I think you guys are still one of the stronger teams in Major League Baseball? 100%.
I saw an interesting thing. It was the Cy Young predictor thing for both leagues. Number 1 in both leagues is a reliever.
Really? Wow.
Helsley and somebody else.
Not Helsley.
Who?
Suarez
Oh, for San Diego. Really?
and Clase. I can see Clase winning it.
Yeah, Clase.
Suarez is
Because-
the only reliever I picked up on my fantasy team.
Scooble is still tough to give it to because it's the Tigers.
Yeah.
And Burns he's been great. He just had an awful outing against the Red Sox. I mean, he gave up I don't know.
Yeah.
He got shelled.
Oh, our pitcher got killed too. So
But I don't. It's weird. He hasn't been dominant. Like he gets into a lot of situations. What makes him great is he gets out of a lot of them without a lot of damage. That's what makes him great. So I could see Clase winning. He's had a hell of a year.
Yeah. Yeah,
Unless they want to give it to Lugo.
Yeah.
Lugo's had a pretty good year.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
football.
Huh?
Ready to talk football.
Yeah,
Brett's
I'm
on the
ready.
edge of his
Ready.
seat.
No, I'm ready to go.
Well, I mean, no, you're right, because I mean that's Major League Baseball
Yeah,
right
that
now.
about
Like,
wraps
we're
up.
getting to
September's gonna be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, last
And
month
September's
was
going to be
always
as
fun.
intense of a September as you've ever
Always
seen. I
fun.
feel like because of what Robert's saying, teams being so close. It's one thing, like your games always matter, but damn, if you're in a fight with another team for a division and it's a 2-game swing, man, every game is super fucking important at that
Yes.
point. So you're fighting every bit of the way. But yeah, I wanna just say that I haven't tapped out completely on the Braves, but my hand is close to the mat right now. It is close to the mat.
We'll be fine.
We'll see.
We'll
But
be
yeah, let's
fine.
move on to some football. We're gonna do our AFC preview today. We did our NFC preview last week. Had a lot of fun with it. Gonna start this AFC preview off.
What did you guys
I'm
talk
gonna-
about Philly? What did you guys talk about Philly last
Huh?
week? Any good things, bad things?
All good things, everything. It was nothing but good things. There was no bad.
I kind of
None.
miss like the NFC East portion. I've
This
caught
dude
most-
over here, this diehard Eagles fan, didn't even watch
He
the
was
podcast. for
commenting
the
at the
NFC.
same time.
Yeah, I was
Right,
commenting.
Yeah, wait a minute. What do you mean you missed it?
The NFC East part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I didn't hear Philly, but I heard Cowboys and
Well,
or Commanders.
I want to start off the AFC preview, and Brent will be very happy about this. I want to start off by talking about a team that has an MVP candidate,
Maybe.
great arm, awesome legs, awesome runner.
I feel like
Makes
there's a
things
twist.
happen.
There's a
It's not
twist.
the right.
It's not. There's a twist coming up.
That's what
I'm not. I know he's not
There's a
talking
team
about.
that he likes.
Hey, an all-star tight end with a great group of receivers.
Uh-huh.
I want to talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Behind the back.
Yeah, behind the back pass.
You act like that's something that people don't do in practice all the time.
No, for real,
In the
I-
game,
It wasn't a
though?
practice.
It's a preseason game.
I only
it's
wanna
a
start-
glorified
Reed
practice.
told him to run that. They're gonna run it again.
But you had
No.
you had to.
They're gonna run that again.
No,
Week one
Mahomes,
against-
Mahomes,
Hey.
what's his face messed up the
Week
route.
1 against Baltimore. I can't wait.
They are not
behind the
going that
back's
route.
gonna
That
go.
makes it
It
even
better. It
Shit
wasn't
off.
planned. He was running one way, sees he
I was
messed up
not
the route and
impressed,
said,
dude.
"Fuck it."
Yeah.
Went behind
This
the
is our
back.
Chiefs
It
breakdown.
was like a screen. Kelsey waited
That's
there,
my
and Mahomes was
breakdown.
rolling
Yeah.
out, and he
all
freaking.
jokes aside,
It was not even. I was
That
not
was
impressed.
sweet. That
I
was
was
sweet.
not impressed at all.
That was sweet.
0%. You know how many guys pull it off in
Non-biased.
practice when there's not 100 cameras around?
Slam us.
It's a joke. Lamar probably does that in his sleep.
What we said was the same Phillies fans that y'all hate are the same Eagles fans that y'all are. That's what we were talking about when we were saying
enough.
Philly fans.
But yeah,
as
let's
a
get to
Braves
those.
fan and an Eagles fan, I can say you are incorrect.
Let's get to those.
No,
Chiefs.
the only reason I want to start with the Chiefs is one, to get them out of the way so we're not sitting here harping on the fucking Chiefs.
I mean-
all night.
I mean-
and two, they are the world champions. They're
Yeah.
the current world champions. Got to give credit where it's due.
I got to say, I, for one, am excited to see Taylor.
Taylor who? Joe Taylor? What does he?
T Swift.
That's cute. That's cute, Randy.
Yeah, you know, they
Act like you don't know who I'm talking about.
yeah. Now she's like part of the team. Well, you have to talk about her when you talk about the Chiefs. And we don't need that.
You don't
We
have
I don't
to.
think you have to,
I just
but-
prefer to.
No, but it's part. No. I hope they go on 17. I really do. That's my prediction for the Chiefs this year.
Is that your?
0-17.
Adam said they slammed Philly fans.
Right. That's why I
Oh.
said that.
But yeah, so
I'm just being hateful,
here's the
so.
thing. Hey, be hateful. That's why we do this. Be
Just say
hateful.
Hey, what's
I-
up, guys? I see
that
8 of you
makes it
guys in here.
entertainment. Patrick Mahomes. There's no question. The dude's got skills. Every year is a different year, though.
Yeah.
Every year is a different year.
They've upgraded their weapons out there. Their wide receiver core was, you know, everybody thought last year if you're going to get to Chiefs, this is the year because they're down a little bit. Mahomes' numbers were down a little bit. Their receivers were Kadarius Toney and company. So it was just him and Kelsey, and they got the job done.
Which
So
I-
credit due.
How
But they've
long-
upgraded their weapons. They got ex-Raven Marquise Brown. They
How long
drafted
is he out for?
Who?
You know, he did hurt his shoulder. They don't know if he'll be ready week 1.
I think Worthy's gonna step in. And have a
No,
big role.
Worthy's gonna be great, but Marquise
will-
Brown's a good.
I will say
Okay,
this:
okay.
watching practice.
They got a lot of speed. They got a lot of more.
Right, they needed speed. They
needed
went
speed.
speed with Worthy.
Well, watching team practices though, man, I watched
Dude.
Worthy get the shit beat out of him he was getting bounced like a pinball on the line. Like those dudes, zero chill with
Yeah,
him. And I get
yeah,
he's a
he's-
rookie and they're gonna put him through the ringer. But I'm like, I almost felt bad for the dude. I was like, dude, welcome to the NFL.
I think
like,
he'll be fine.
his speed. I mean,
during
if
the game?
all he has to do is capitalize on his speed. He's still one of the fastest guys.
Yeah. His goal would be not to get touched.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Tyreek Hill went through the same thing when
Probably,
he first
yeah.
came in the league.
Probably.
If you guys watched
God, could you
him,
imagine if they still had Tyreek and Xavier Worthy?
Well, they
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have drafted Worthy if
Yeah.
they had Tyreek.
And you know,
Sure.
you know, the
you
amount
still-
of
you
speed
still got
kills,
Kelsey.
man. Like,
So and one thing about the Chiefs
Rasheed Rice too.
that they have this year that they don't
He's gonna be
normally
nice.
have is you don't think about a Chiefs running back. So if you're
Pacheco.
sleeping on Isaiah Pacheco,
I'm not, dude. I had him
he's
last
a
year.
tough guy to bring down. I
He's a
mean,
great
he's
running
a good
back.
back.
didn't
so-
Rice get in some legal trouble a couple of
a
times?
couple
in
of
the
times.
offseason?
Yeah.
So that-
So
but
they're
that's
going to be
something you have to keep
suspended.
an eye out
He's
for.
going to be suspended, I think.
Yeah, I would imagine
I think
there will be
I think
something.
It'll be all right.
But otherwise, you know, they'll be at the top of the AFC as long as everybody stays healthy. They're just
Especially their division.
they got a good coach.
I think
Their
that this
divi-
is the year, though. What you
Their
just said.
and their division is
mean-
kind of shitty. So
What you just said, though, if any, I think that will be the downfall this year is they somehow stay really healthy. They stay really healthy. The guys that do get banged up, they have them back out there in no time.
so
This
yeah.
is the season I feel like is going to be the one that they just have guys getting banged up left and right that, you know, instead of 1 week and then they're back, you end up 3 or 4 weeks.
Part of that has to do with training program. If you
Yeah.
notice,
Yeah.
a lot of the times it's the same teams every
Yes.
year that get banged up and are out all the time. So I don't see it being like they might have some injuries, but I don't see it wiping out a whole team.
Well, they knocked on the guy.
They've had injuries on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Chris Jones
Yeah.
was out for
That's true.
for a while last year.
Well, but the thing is they knock on Andy Reid, when he was in Philly, but I guess that Cheeseburger Wednesday shit seems to be fucking doing something good, right?
They also, the Chiefs also have like a good formula, and they have a championship pedigree. Obviously, like everyone said, they didn't play well at all last year, but they played good enough to get in the playoffs. Once they were in the playoffs,
What's up, Paul?
they took down the 4 best teams pretty much in the NFL, in my opinion. So it matters to a point where, like, when do you start turning it on? Like, they kind of were up and down towards the year, then they turned it on towards the end of the year. That's really all you have to do in the NFL. As long as you make the playoffs, you got a championship pedigree, you do well in the playoffs, anybody could win.
They're in a crappy division.
Yeah, and that helps. That helps as well. I just think, they have players that are constantly getting better, constantly building chemistry, and Andy Reid just, is the glue in the middle that just.
And I do think the Chargers will be better, and I don't think the Chiefs can be too bad, but I don't.
Yeah, I will say every other team in the division, when I look at them, look like they took a bit of a step forward.
Raiders did.
I mean, the Raiders.
My thing about
the Raiders, whatever.
the thing is about
LA,
the Raiders
you don't
is
know.
Gardner, you don't know if he could end up coming in there and just fit the scheme. Is he going to be an
ball.
elite quarterback? I doubt it, but he might be more productive than what they've had in the last couple of years. I mean, I wouldn't see anybody picking up Gardner Minshew in the 5th round, but I mean, you just never know.
Just give a few vodka Red Bulls to Rachel. You never know what's gonna happen.
That would be a better pick.
Right?
What was the drink last? As soon as she had like 2 of them, she was like,
Jimmy G.
I don't know, but I know what the drink is this year. It's called Smash. She started drinking them shits in Baltimore, and she's been on that shit
smash.
nonstop since we got back from Baltimore. That's
you
her
love
drink of
those
choice.
drinks.
Awesome.
It's an Orange Crush, right?
Yep,
So
Orange Crush. Yep, and she loves them.
So
she
is it a
absolutely
smash
loves them.
night or what?
Well, so you got the Chiefs, like you said. The division. There's really, I mean, the teams in the division could be okay, but they're probably not. You got the Broncos, Raiders, Chargers. They're probably not going to really give the Chiefs a big run for their money for the division.
I don't think so.
I think the Chargers
Unless
probably.
the Chiefs start out the season like they did last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, I can see them going, 5-1 in the division. They might lose a game.
yeah.
But, yeah. So that's the
gonna be
preview
hard
for
to
the AFC
dethrone
West,
them.
Chiefs and everybody else.
It's gonna be hard to
I mean,
dethrone.
you're right,
It's
it's
hard
pretty
to
much-
dethrone them.
I mean, these other teams, they've made some moves here and there, but nothing that really is like,
Dude.
oh my God, that's a game changer. That's going to change the whole realm of this division. It's not.
You got to think, dude. Chargers, man, like they might be good. They just gave away Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Austin Eckler.
They
That's
lost
3 of their
a lot.
top playmakers. I don't care about injuries. That's 3 of the top playmakers. You're gonna have to fill those roles before you become better. Like, they're not going to be even close to the Chiefs, in my opinion, right now.
Well, and I know Herbert's
They don't
got a
have
lot
the
of hype
talent.
on him, but no matter how good your quarterback is, if you're not giving them solid weapons,
Yeah, he doesn't have really anything right now. There's
you're
a
not.
few,
Yeah, I'm like, you
maybe.
Who is the running back?
Kelly, Josh
I was
Kelly.
saying, yeah, they look.
No,
Cam
they brought in
Akers is gone.
Gus Edwards and Dobbins.
Is it cut? Gus
Oh, they did
there?
get Josh.
They brought 2 former Ravens, so they got our starting backfield from
But,
last year.
Gus will be okay.
The way that Harbaugh coaches, he doesn't care about the wide receivers. That's why you got.
And they might
Yeah.
be okay. Dobbins might come back, and obviously Gus is good, but
I
They
think
still
building
have
that.
defensive players. He's defensive running the ball. That's Harbaugh.
I would say I
They'll
think
have
the
Derwin
running game
James.
helps Herbert out more than he's been getting help, because I do believe in the last year or two a lot has been put on Herbert, because it's like, hey, we need you to be perfect and throw the ball.
Right.
We need you to be perfect and throw it. And I'm like, he's made more throws than he's missed, but
Not
you can't
barely.
expect. But you can't expect. Again, you can't expect if you don't have a good run game. Teams just key on you, and then.
But see, that's the thing. They did. They just don't. They didn't do
But
it.
they didn't use it.
yeah,
Right,
They,
they
didn't
didn't do
utilize it.
Well,
That's that whole division.
Yeah,
The-
AFC
the-
West,
the
we're looking-
division I think I'm most pumped about, because I think if you look at each team, any of them have a pretty good shot at winning it,
Say it.
is the South.
the South. Oh, that is not where I thought you were going.
Yeah, I did not think you were.
No,
going south.
I mean, when you look at it, Jacksonville,
They'll be good.
Tennessee, they brought in some weapons.
Tennessee,
Levis can take a step. They got DeAndre Hopkins. They got Calvin Ridley. They've got Tajay Smith.
I'm
their
with you
defense
on
is-
everyone but Tennessee.
But Houston is obviously the
Yes.
favorite.
Yeah.
I
And then
think
Indy and
Houston's gonna be
Anthony
the
Richardson. Maybe not any team could win it, but it would be a close race to the end. I think
think
they're going to
Anthony-
beat up on each other a
I
little
think
bit.
I
Anthony
think Houston's
Richardson
going
is
to
the.
win the division.
I think
Anthony
Houston- I
Richardson
think
is the
Houston
one that
should win the
everyone is-
division.
Absolutely, but
Yeah,
I think
I
Out of
Richardson, everyone
Jacksonville,
has.
they got Andre Davis. They've got some. The Jacksonville is
and,
gonna be
so they've got 3 teams that are really fully
Yeah.
in the mix in that division.
You're right
I just
about
think
that.
that Anthony Richardson, out of everybody in that division, he's the one that everyone has eyes on. He didn't get a chance last year to come out. Again, had a lot of hype on him coming out of college. You never got to see how he do.
Well, he
did
got
show
off to
his
a great
stuff.
start.
He did show his stuff for a little bit, for a few
What,
games.
2 or 3 games,
I
Yeah.
and
think,
he got hurt.
what 1 or 2
But they
games.
were-
I'm just saying you
But he
saw
was
you
great
saw how
in those
great he
games.
is.
Yes, but
Yeah.
those rookie quarterbacks that no one's gotten a chance to plan for, that's their best
Right.
to shine is those first.
Oh, I'm not
games.
saying that. Right.
And I think that benefits him coming into these games is it's basically going to be a fresh start again.
I think he's going to be
I
great.
think
as
people
long
are
as he's
hyped.
healthy.
I think he's a little too hyped
I do too.
as far as fantasy goes. I think it's ridiculous. I've seen him ranked as like the number 3 fantasy.
And he
Number
could very well be though.
ESPN Fantasy had a list of their top.
He
5
could
very well
fantasy
be.
quarterbacks. They
It's
put
just
Lamar at
ridiculous
5,
to
put
rank
him
him
at
there
3.
right now when there
Lamar
are
at
other
5 and Anthony
quarterbacks
Richardson at
that
3?
are you're probably assured to get a
Is there a
certain
different
amount
Anthony
of
Richardson in
points.
the league, or is it
And,
just the
and
one?
him
Just
is,
watch
that's-
my thing. He's going to be great, I think.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying he won't
Fantasy-wise.
be. I'm just to take a risk that you don't know at that. It's a risk.
Yeah.
And so to take him as your that high, I think would be. I would. I'm not. I'm.
No, I wouldn't
I'm
do it
not
that
gonna
high.
do that.
No.
guys, just so
If
you
it's
know.
like 5th or 6th round though, and he's flirting, might scoop him up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anthony Richardson, he did some really good stuff in college. I also
I just
did
haven't
some
seen
really
enough.
bad
I haven't
stuff
seen
in
enough.
college.
I saw
With
a
your
lot of
legs,
things-
you're elite, but where's
and that's the thing. I saw a lot.
But
of
his arm
fundamental
was good
stuff.
last year too, though. Before he got
Yeah, but I
hurt,
just haven't seen enough of it.
I know.
I feel like he's
Just
got
'cause
a
he got hurt.
really. I feel like he's got a really long throw, which can be. John Elway had a really long throw. You can be accurate, but I
Reached
feel like the
Phil.
game is so much faster now. You need that ball out like that, and that's one thing I feel like when he was in Florida, he had a long release. Giggity.
Hey,
Hey, but so we got some people joining up. Goodness gracious! So Rachel's in here. We got Paul. I said what's up to
Josh.
Paul just a little bit ago. Got Josh in here. 3 hats and a ball. Just my new favorite sitcom. I love this show.
Dr. Bald and his 3 hat wearing sons.
I love it. Oh goodness. Rachel, what are you talking about, Rachel? You
I'll
crazy
do it.
woman. What do you'll do? Is she talking about the cup thing with all the different
oh, I don't know.
the Sacco punishment?
Oh,
Draft is Saturday.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
We got to do
We
it.
need payment.
Right?
We need to do it this
demand blood.
week.
Yeah, so
So that's south.
yeah, that was South. So Texans I think again are going to be favorites going into this thing. You keep CJ Stroud away from a sophomore slump and they're going to be hard to beat. They really are.
I just don't see that at all. That's a guy that just is an NFL prototype quarterback.
They got a good wide
He's ready.
core.
He's
Defense
ready.
is going to be good.
Hey,
Joe
he
Mixon
just
back
got
in the backfield
Stephon Diggs
for
and
him.
Joe Mixon to
Yeah.
add on to his repertoire of guys. Plus some
happened
more
before.
alignment and defense. It's happened before. I just don't.
Right.
I just
but
don't see it. The
people have-
formula. He has
I'm
set
not
up.
saying it is going to.
I know it
I'm saying,
definitely
like,
has
people
happened.
have said that about a lot of people. And
Yeah.
it's still happened before. So we
Just-
still have to see.
The confidence, man. You watched it all year, even in the playoff game. Dude, the dude is confident. Like, he steps into his throws. He takes a big hit, and he'll throw a line drive over the middle and still hit his guy. He is ready for the NFL. Like, I know guys that are NFL ready. Like, this guy's not going to take a slump. If he gets hurt, he gets hurt. he has more talent around him than he did last year. So if anything, he's just going to get better.
Yeah, his trajectory is straight up.
Yeah,
so if
he's going
if
sky.
if he keeps
He's
it
going to
going,
this. I think the
takes the next
Texans.
step, he'll be
I think the
the
Texans
roster that quarterbacks I feel like dream of.
Yeah.
they've got a good offense.
Texans are the team that's going to compete with the Chiefs this year. They're the team,
I
and
can
the,
see that.
them and the Ravens.
I could-
Obviously, they're going to be the top three. But I think that's a big team this year that can.
I think
That
there's
could
another
take 'em
team
down.
that's sleeper.
Well,
In the
that
AFC?
division
No,
in the AFC.
Well, we'll get to those.
Let's move
Let's
on
do
to
it.
the East. Let's move on to the East.
We do the East, okay?
Let's do the East because I know Brent. I know he's
you
he's
thinking-
been waiting
you
for this
thinking
for a couple
Bills or
weeks. Now. I'm
Dolphins?
gonna give him his soapbox here at the end to
You thinking
ramp
Bills or
up.
Dolphins?
So
no,
No.
those aren't really sleepers.
yeah, and I think the Bills. The problem I have with the Bills is everyone expects it. They're becoming,
I don't expect it this year.
but their fans do. Their fans.
Why? Then they're delusional. You have to recognize they took a step
They're not
back.
delusional. They're fans.
The Mafia is awesome.
World's
but
hottest
the
chip,
Mafia,
nachos.
I mean,
That's a good idea.
they'll try to will something into existence if they have to.
They're fans. That's what fans do.
But I think that in that division, I think the Jets are stronger than everybody lets.
Oh
on.
yeah.
I mean, he's trying to will a week 1 win against the Chiefs into existence. That's what fans do.
You act like I got to pray to God.
So what you're saying is he's trying to will a 1-0.
We're a better team than them. We're a better team.
You're a better team than them. And what?
We're a
has-
bad game plan away from beating the Chiefs last year. We were the best. We were the best team all year.
Bad game plan. All you had to do was
We're
run
not-
the
hold on,
ball. It
we're
wasn't
not
a
on the
game
north yet.
plan.
We're on the fucking
It was the
East.
same
No,
plan you
Robert
ran
Robert
all
is
year.
besmirching
We're
so
on
I
the
can he's
East.
in my ear talking.
All you had to do is do the same formula you did every game, and you
What
would
do you?
win.
what do
Yeah, you got to tell me.
What do you think?
I don't know
Oh,
why.
what?
You said you think there's another team.
Yeah, what's the sleeper? Is it the East
Is
or
it
the
East or
North?
is it in the North?
It's in the north.
In the North. All right. Well,
We'll get there.
what do you think about the Dolphins? Got Tua, still a
I
lot
like
of weapons.
I like the
I
Dolphins a
like
lot.
Tua's weapons a lot.
A Chain, Mostert.
I like Tua's weapons a lot.
I think Tua.
You don't like
is
Tua?
I
Just a
think
little
he's a
bit?
glass head.
I like
away
his
from being
weapon.
done.
I think I compare him to Dak. He's really good with a lot of weapons.
That's a great.
but I
mean,
don't.
you're
think
right.
that- I
That's a
don't
great
think that
comparison.
he's gonna be a guy that in the crunch time when you need to play. that
Yeah, I
he's gonna
agree.
Make
I
it.
agree with that.
I worry about the concussion issues, honestly.
Oh yeah, he's gotten hit
glad he
so many
stayed healthy
freaking
last year.
times.
He's a 1 or 2 big head hits.
That's why it
away
gives
from-
him no rushing upside whatsoever. He
Exactly.
will not
You're
run
a
the ball.
slider at
He
this
will
point.
not run the ball.
Yeah,
I
think
agree.
if you're running the ball to get out of a broken play, your coach is like, "I'm going to kick your ass if you don't slide or get out of
I-
bounds." You're a slider at this point.
just
You're
thi-
not a runner.
I just think he's got A Chain and Mostert. Like he doesn't need to do that. Like, and you got Tyreek and Waddle coming across.
Well, I don't think
like,
they're
you
running
really
a read
don't need
option,
to-
but if you go out on a pass play and no one's there and the coverage is broken,
Yeah.
you see a hole, you as a quarterback, that's your job. I don't care how slow you are. It's your job to get whatever yardage you can if you can't throw. And that's a risk for
Yeah.
a guy with head injuries.
he's just gonna.
I think that, like Brent said, Robert, you hit it on the head perfectly. I think that's a great comparison. He does have a lot of great weapons. I mean, he's got a ton of great weapons.
and he uses them great. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Like what Dak does with his weapons with Tua, like not everybody can just put up great numbers even with all the weapons. But there's still, I don't think, the guys that are going to make a play when you absolutely need it.
right.
yeah.
I agree.
100% with you on that.
What's the other team? Jets.
We got the Jets.
As
We
long
got
as
the
Rodgers is
Patriots.
healthy.
I feel like we probably are all in agreement.
It's
on the
I think it's
Patriots.
probably a
They're
rebuild
year.
Yeah, rebuild year for them.
if it wasn't
I
last
think it's
year,
very interesting. It sounds to me like
I think Joe
the
Milton's going to be
Patriots
starting.
are about to get fooled. It's about to be 3 teams that are going to be fooled by Joe Milton.
Oh yeah, Milton is going to start for that team.
This is going to be the 3rd team that is fooled, that Joe Milton has fooled. Michigan, Tennessee, and now the Patriots, where they're like, I think Joe Milton's going to start over
This is
Drake
a
May.
dog. We
He's
got
gonna
a
start-
dog.
This dude,
He's good. He's been good.
because they see this guy throw the ball and
The
they're
Joe
like,
Milton effect
oh
is real.
my
And he can
God.
run, and he has
And he'll make
scramble
plays at
ability.
But the guy can't read a defense worth shit, and he has no touch on the ball. If he needs to put touch on it, he can't do it. He
Rock
can
it.
bomb the ball down the fucking field, but he can't read defense and he can't touch it. Like Michigan was like, nah, dude, no, JJ McCarthy, no. Tennessee, Nah, dude. Nah, you can't do it. You can't do it. Like it
Yeah.
everybody gets drawn in. They always get drawn into him, and then he can't do it. I hope they do. I hope they try it because that's gonna be
I
fun.
think it'll be better than Drake May.
I mean, yeah, I think that it'd be worth seeing. I think no matter what, I feel like they put both their rookie quarterbacks in a bad spot this year because I feel like this is going to be that kind of thing where you're going to have two quarterbacks that are basically competing for the job all season long.
But look,
And that's tough for a quarterback because you can't get in your rhythm, you can't get in your stride if you have to worry about the guy looking over your
It
shoulder.
reminds
the
me of
whole
this when the Skins drafted RG3, and then they drafted Kirk Cousins right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Right, just because they were so starved for quarterback, they just got two.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting dynamic between the two of them. So, yeah,
Well, you know,
And I think the Jets are going to be good.
I think so
Yeah,
too.
as long
I
as
think they
Rodgers
have a
stays
ton of-
healthy.
I think they've got a ton.
They have a
of
chance to
talent, too.
win that. They could win that.
as long as
division.
Rodgers
Yeah.
stays healthy, of course.
Well, so then let's roll on with the AFC East. Who takes the division for you?
well, it's a 3-horse race.
Jets with Rodgers healthy.
Got to pick one.
Jets
Gun
with
to your head, gotta pick
Jets
one.
with Rodgers healthy, just because that
I think
Going Jets, Rodgers
only-
healthy.
they
I
would have
think
won it last year with
a
Rodgers
healthy
healthy.
Rodgers. I think besides all of that, I just look at the defense, and I think the Jets have a better defense than
They have a
than-
number
in the
one
division.
defense caliber defense.
And so
like,
I just think that if the Jets defense does what they do,
and
and
sets
they can
Rodgers
be
up.
because last year on offense it was a circus.
All
It
they
was-
needed was
Even-
a little bit of
That's
offense.
what I'm
instead of
saying.
even
A
you could bet the
mediocre
team total under for the
backup.
Jets was
Mediocre
like
backup.
13 and a half.
A
You
Flacco
think they would
maybe.
score 2 touchdowns. Now just with if like it all the linchpin is on Rodgers. The Jets set it up
Yeah.
this way. You know, Brees Hall, dynamic. Garrett Wilson with a competent quarterback, dynamic. They
yes.
bring in Mike Williams, like checker pass, whatever.
Oh, he's
when
gonna
he's
be
healthy,
great.
good.
Yes.
They've got weapons. They just
Stout
had to-
defense.
Yeah, their
The
defense
best.
is fantastic.
So you know,
They're my pick to win the division. I don't look at that as like a sleeper pick. I think a lot of people are looking
Yeah.
at them.
yeah.
And
Everybody was
but
last
they're
year as well.
if Rodgers stays healthy, yeah.
Stays
I-
hel-
I
can
think
he
they
do
win
more
that.
than 5 snaps?
Can you do
Right.
more?
I don't even
Right.
think he made 5.
Yeah, it's
It
4.
wasn't it 2?
I thought it was 2.
Yeah, it was
I thought
the-
it was
I
first
thought it was
play
like the
and then
second.
second
It was
play
the
it
first
down.
series.
It was definitely the first series. It was less than 5 snaps.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm gonna go against the tide on this one. I do think the Bills take the division. In all honesty, they are getting to the point where a lot of their weapons, they are understanding that their years are running out.
You
Happy
also have
wife,
to go
happy
home
life.
tonight, so
Oh, I
you,
don't-
you
Happy
gotta,
wife, happy life.
They just got rid of their whole team.
I got to go home tonight, so I got to pick the.
I will tell you now, I've watched Bills games since I've been married to Rachel, and I've watched that team play with more heart than any team I've ever watched before, and that includes the Eagles. I've watched the Bills do some wild shit before that.
DeMar Hamlin's heart?
Wow.
They just.
Wow, where is it? Hold on, where is it? Where is it?
I feel like they lost. I
God.
feel like they lost just too many caliber players.
But like I said, they have a lot of heart. They understand that time is ticking and it's running out. Last year, and I could be wrong, last year may have been the year that, that was the last really good, strong year. I think that, yes, Diggs is gone, but I'd say for the
Goes on
last
big
half
Davis.
of the season, Diggs
Oh, yeah,
wasn't as
Davis.
productive as years prior. So you can't sit there and be like, well, he was what held the team together the whole time. And now he's gone. He wasn't. I mean, he
Davis is
wasn't.
gone too.
Huh?
Yeah.
Davis is gone too.
Davis.
Yeah. And
They're going to have to run the ball,
They're-
and James Cook can carry the load.
James Cook is a solid running back.
yeah,
They've got
but
a
I
good
don't-
line. Keon Coleman, you can't put a lot into a rookie.
It's a
receiver,
rookie.
but you never know.
And then they got
so you're
like a
telling
bunch
me
of
there's
a bunch of
chance.
guys. Listen, as a Ravens fan, we've had lots of wayward wide receivers come to our organization.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, we still got we're keeping Nelson Aguilar employed. Okay, so
He was on the championship team, so come on.
okay. At any rate,
got a
you know
ring.
what I mean.
We got a ring.
Oh yeah, take a poll in Philly and see what they say about Nelson Aguilar.
He did great for us, did he not?
What are you?
Nelly.
Yeah. The year we won the Super Bowl.
You
Yeah,
could have
but that
drafted
was-
Justin Jefferson and you picked Nelson
No
Aguilar.
shit. I know that. We could have got.
Say that for so many players. Like that team could have.
Hey, how about
No,
Devontae?
that's-
How about Devontae
whatever.
Smith? Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Oh,
as far
yeah.
as checkered
Coulda got
wide
somebody
receiver
else, too.
pass. Ravens check that box.
Well, then let's move on. Let's move on to them.
Last one.
Let's move on.
Robert's got the sleeper pick.
Let's here we go. So
Well, I just don't think a lot of people are talking about them, and I think they could win that division, do a lot of damage. It's the Browns.
the
Oh,
Browns.
yeah. I agree. I agree with that.
Shout out Cleveland. Johnny Wiz, I hope you guys are watching this thing, man.
It all now it depends.
On a lot of things.
I
on
thought you were going
the
to
quarterback.
the Bengals, which I
How
could
Chubb
get.
comes back.
Yeah, Chubb will be back.
But that defense, just like the Jets,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
is very, very, very good.
Yes. Yes.
Number one, like the Ravens,
Well,
but that's okay.
and that's classic Cleveland.
They were
isn't it?
top
It's
5 last year.
They were top
those
3.
Stout defenses.
Cleveland.
Man.
It all hinges now. Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
What is he gonna like?
I know.
He
I've
doesn't
been
need to
waiting.
be what he was in Houston, I don't think. But he's got weapons,
Yeah.
No.
and
He's got plenty of weapons. Joku,
I just think that they
Amari
they
Cooper.
Coop.
Amari Cooper has got to be one of the most disrespected wide
Oh.
receivers in all
He's
of
still
the
doing it,
NFL.
man.
That
Yeah.
guy
Dude,
is
He
amazing.
did it with Joe Flacco last year.
Yeah.
He can do it with Deshaun Watson.
God, it's not watching.
They got a lot of talent.
I think that would
They
have
got,
been
they got
horrible
Kareem Hunt
trade
still.
for Brandon Ayuk. I think that would have been a horrible trade for them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't think Ayuk is as good.
As Amari.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Amari's only got a few years left.
You can say that maybe.
Well, I mean, are they looking at
Deshaun Watson's a joke, dude.
I think they're looking to win.
I agree.
he is.
with you.
He should show up to the Cleveland facility every day in a freaking ski mask because he's a thief.
I think he's got.
He has stolen so many millions of dollars from the Browns and given them nothing in return.
I don't disagree with you, but he doesn't have to be great.
He's got
I
the
don't-
potential.
No, he's not even
I
good.
think he's got the potential though.
When he's
He-
healthy.
I think I agree with Brent on this one. Deshaun Watson, I just don't see it with him.
Their defense is elite.
Flacco
Top-
Flacco
one
was
of
a rental player anyway, wasn't he? They didn't.
No, he's in Indy now.
Yeah.
yeah, he was a guy that's
So
on the
that
couch.
was my issue is
Yeah, but who
he
did-
was an interception machine, but he was putting up yards and touchdowns with his interceptions. He was making production happen. I don't think you get that with Deshaun Watson. And at that point, you're like, damn, you're paying all this money when you could have paid Flacco probably a lot less.
I think the owner cries a little bit when he signs that check each week.
Oh, you know he does.
Oh,
I don't know if he's
all right.
crying. I think he's
yeah.
fucking.
But
bugging.
like the team that is, that everybody's talking about, Ravens
I don't hate their backup.
disrespected. It's the Bengals.
Who's back up?
Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
Okay.
he keeps the team hyped too.
Yeah.
Jameis. So I like Jameis. more
He
than
is.
Deshaun.
That's just like Flacco.
Exactly.
He's going to throw a shitload of touchdowns. They might
a shitload
throw
of
some
picks.
interceptions.
But I'm
But
with
you throw the
I-
interceptions, you got the Browns defense right there to get the ball back.
And
Yeah.
with the weapons that they would have,
Yeah.
he's. I mean, yeah,
And their
I
third
like
string is
Winston.
Tyler Huntley.
They
Damn.
did bring in Tyler.
That's a
Huntley.
good
Yeah,
third string.
I have no idea why he went there. He had a cushy job as Lamar's backup.
Yeah.
And why to go be
'Cause
third
he's like a
string in
Lamar type.
Cleveland?
Because he went to Cleveland and was like, well, let's see. You've got Deshaun Watson and you've got Jameis Winston. I got a shot to be a starter on this team by the end
Amari
of the season.
Cooper, Jerry Judy,
Oh, wow.
Elijah Moore,
Oh yeah.
David Njoku.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
That doesn't scare me at all.
Those
And
aren't weapons at all.
Jerry Judy's a fucking bust. That's why they.
Jerry Judy.
Jerry Judy is.
Elijah
He's been
Moore
hurt.
is not.
He's been hurt.
Elijah
What?
Moore is not.
Elijah, I didn't say Elijah Moore's fine.
Jerry
Amari
Judy's
Cooper
not a-
and Elijah Moore is a pretty damn good 1-2.
Yeah, and then
With
Judy-
Njoku, who is one of
Okay.
the top tight ends in the league.
yes. And
I
then
got-
Chubb.
Who's throwing the
Shoving
ball is what we're
Kareem.
talking about.
I think Deshaun. Will be
Deshaun
fine.
Watson is hot garbage.
Okay, bring it,
Super hot.
Jameis. Dude,
He's
I'm telling you.
shitty too.
Whatever, dude. I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. You're a Ravens fan. I get it.
No.
You're Ravens.
You can't see it.
No,
Let's talk Ravens. Before we run out of time, I want to give Brent his due time with the Ravens.
And
And
here
I
we
do want to
go.
talk about the Ravens because
what do you want to
guys
say?
you're on the cusp last year. A couple plays, a couple moves.
No,
That's
all they had to
it
do was
takes.
run the
Bad
ball.
game
That's
plan
all.
away from being in the Super
They
Bowl.
ran the ball what six
against a
times?
team that we had already beat the crap out of at their house on Christmas Day.
Keaton coming back.
Coaching is part of it. So.
Yeah.
It was.
It
coaching.
is
It was
right.
100,000% coaching. It wasn't
Great
your
weapons.
players.
Mark Andrews.
Zay Flowers.
Great.
Flowers. Like
Derrick Henry, Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah.
We've got weapons. We're a rushing team, right? We're supposedly not in the
I'm
AFC.
they're
guaranteed
gonna-
Derrick
no,
Henry
they're-
gets hurt.
Don't guarantee that. Why would you put that?
Because the Ravens running back gets hurt every year.
That's true. But they're mostly in the preseason though.
They
and we've
overrun
made it-
them.
But yeah, I think the Ravens, they've got to replace some people on the offensive line. It's a strength of our team. We let Morgan Moses go up to the Jets.
It's a little tougher to run the ball.
We let another. Yeah, hold on.
It's getting a little late.
Do you want the team preview or not?
It's getting a little late. We got a few
Okay.
weeks.
DVD commentary.
No, I'm just saying we brought in. We spent our second round pick on a rookie right tackle out of Washington. Good player. We're going to replace this. We've got depth at the offensive line. That's why we were able to let those guys go. Lamar, 2-time MVP, playing quarterback. Wide receiver core, somewhat questionable. You need Rashad Bateman to take that next step. We spent a first round pick on him, and he's been good. Like C+, B-, just good. He needs to take that next step. Zay, we know what Zay is, right? Mark Andrews, we know what
He's
he
a
is.
wide receiver, tight end.
We've got arguably just as good as defense as Cleveland, better special teams, best kicker in the league. Just in case y'all didn't know, and 2-time MVP quarterback.
Who's your punter though?
Actually,
Tucker didn't he miss a few in
no,
preseason?
in the preseason, whatever.
That's
And
what.
Tucker is actually Jordan Stout,
this is
a Virginia Tech
Peter
transfer. He played at Tech.
Who?
The punter, Stout. He asked who the punter was, so I know who the punter is.
Cleveland signed Hopkins, former Florida State kicker.
At any rate,
years.
the Ravens are positioned to. At their offensive line, they have a couple question marks. That their offensive line can be as good as they were last year. They've got the depth. They've got the coaching. That it should be. But
They
with
got the coaching, but I thought you said they were a game plan.
but
away
they're a
from
good.
going to
I
the
mean,
Super Bowl.
they had a bad game plan for that one game, and I will forever hate them for that. But for the most part, they're a good coaching staff.
It's a love-hate relationship. And,
anybody-
right now, I really love them.
If we fire John Harbaugh, let's just say we fire him at the end of the season, any team in the NFL that was looking for a head coach would give John Harbaugh a call. And you would like him on your team. You would like him on your team.
I didn't say
Harbaugh?
that.
If for some reason you find Nick Sirianni and it's like we're getting Harbaugh from the Ravens to coach
I
my
didn't
team.
say that I would.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
All
like,
I said
Did you
was
guys talk about Kellen Moore and Fangio?
yeah, we talked about it last week.
I was just making sure.
Yeah, no,
That's
we
big.
got the. But I think the Ravens are set up to be maybe not as good as they were last year. They got kind of lucky. They played a lot of backup quarterbacks. They've got a tough schedule this year. But look for them to be at the top, right there with Cincinnati. I think those are the two teams at the top of this division with a healthy Burrow, healthy Jamar Chase. Their running game is suspect. They're putting a lot on Burrow. Their defense is still pretty good in that, but in that division, it's not as good just because we've
who
got.
is their running back?
They've got Zach Moss and they've got Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
So they don't have like a lead back. So that's when it's going to be a Burrow-led offense.
Watch out for Chase Brown.
So-
Well, and let's hold up now. We are forgetting a huge, crucial piece of this division. Let's talk about Pittsburgh.
Well, it's
Justin
looking like Russell
Fields is
Wilson.
about to do it all because he's starting over Russell.
Yeah, because Russell Wilson sucks. As I've been.
I mean,
Fucking
yo,
hard.
that, I mean,
Steelers they're about to tear that division up this year.
I don't.
If you can't
on.
cut the
see it
sarcasm
in
with a
his face.
knife right now,
You
there's
see it
something
in his
wrong.
face. Come on.
No, I do
sarcasm.
agree with Robert. Russell Wilson, his prime is gone. His
just
career-
hang him
like,
up. Go start
dude,
a car dealership up in Seattle
Exactly.
and just be.
Even in his prime, he had Marshawn Lynch and the Legion of Boom.
Yes, he had. But look at all the teams we're talking about now. He had great weapons around him,
Dude.
just like some of these
It's
teams.
not like
but
Pittsburgh
he's-
doesn't have guys.
The one time that they were like, you know what, we need to give Russell Wilson his shine, let him make the play to win to win the Super Bowl, they lost.
Worst play call of ever.
Yeah.
It really might be like
Go pass. Go pass.
All I
2-yard
can-
line pass.
all I think of is Ace Ventura. Like if you would look up the NFL's all-time bonehead plays.
Bonehead coach. I
was-
think of Marty Mortonwig in overtime when he was the coach of the Detroit Lions. Back when they had old overtime rules, you always took the ball first because it was whoever scored first won.
Yeah, we've watched
deferred.
football our whole
Yeah.
lives too, Brett.
Just reminding, giving context for the viewers.
Have you seen the TikTok with it's like the dude pretending to be the OC up in the booth?
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, guys, this thing's in the
We got it
bag.
locked
He's like, guys, you know what we should do? You should run Z slants. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Give it to
Guys,
Marshawn.
he's like, guys, can you hear me? He's like, oh, what? No. Guys, I'm kidding. Don't do that. It's like, freaking. He's like, give it to Marshawn. Just give him the Marshawn.
God, that guy had to go to the offensive coordinator. He must be in witness protection
Oh,
somewhere.
Yeah, dude.
I will
I don't know what the
on the
hell.
league, that was one of the greatest things they ever did on the league.
The intro that season.
When they were on the beach, he's like, "Throw
Why
your
can't
beer."
you
He's
just
like,
run it over?
run it over to him? Just
You're
give it to
right
me.
there.
He's like,
You
nah,
just
I think
hand
I'll
it
throw
off.
He's
Just
like,
come and hand it off.
just give it to me, and I'll just. He said, I can moonwalk it over there. Dude. Just give me. Okay. No, I think I'm gonna throw it.
That's
So it sounds like the division is sounding to be a little bit split. I feel like
a lot of good defense in this league, but you look at the better offenses. I think Baltimore and Cincy are at the top of those two. I'm not going to pit against Baltimore. They're going to win this division.
Okay.
No offense. I'm not taking your word for that division.
No, it's a tough division, man. It's one of the. I mean,
It is.
really
That
could.
is the tough division.
No,
It is.
we are not going to win it easily. I mean, it is
No
going to
team
be.
does.
It
I don't
is-
Be
think
a
you're
lot
gonna
of
win.
grinded out games always.
I don't think
The
you're gonna
battles.
we're. We're gonna like a lot of these. We're gonna be in the mix at the end. I mean,
I'm not going to just make that claim falsely. I will bet the Browns to win that division.
I mean, there's
Just
no
so-
there's
just so
no
I-
team in this division that say we will
Just for
win
y'all's
both
sake.
games against them. Pittsburgh's had our number, so even though we're dogging them, they've had our number. So there's no team in here. But they go, yeah, that's 2 wins, easy. You're hoping for
We
us.
got Kenny Pickett as our backup. That's pretty solid.
So I'm assuming you got Bengals.
No, I'll pick the Ravens and very close. I think the Browns will be right behind them. Like Robert said, I was a big fan of the Browns last year. I think if Deshaun stayed healthy all year, they would have been one of the top ranked teams. I'm a big Deshaun fan. He's been up and down as a
I am
pro.
not. I picked
yeah.
the Browns. I am not a big Deshaun fan.
And I followed him.
I don't be on camera saying that.
I followed him a lot in college,
James,
and then his first few years in Houston, he was very impressive with the team that he had. He really didn't have anybody.
He was.
His last few years, he's been through a lot of crap. With all the freaking massage therapists and all that fucking bullshit he went through. All right, a lot of crap has gone on. I feel like he's trying to move forward. I feel like this year is the start. He has a really good defense, like Robert said. He's got a lot of weapons. Chubb coming back. I feel like it's a fresh start for him. I'll take the Ravens by like a game, though. I think the Browns will be like 12-5. Ravens will be like 13-4. It starts with week 1. What are you going to do to change last year or do something different than last year? Start running the ball against the Chiefs and don't stop.
We got a statement game.
Don't stop.
It's a statement game.
Take time
These
of
guys are
possession-
working their ball.
Take time
all
of possession.
summer
Take time of possession away from
retribution in
Mahomes.
their mind. They are
Yes.
owning their.
That's how you
get
beat the
shut
Chiefs.
down on the run the entire first half of that game. You still run the fucking ball. in
No,
the second
and
half.
that's what you
don't.
that's what
we locked
happened.
them down in the second half of that
Yeah,
game.
You don't
0
stop
points.
running
Yeah.
the ball.
0.
They
The second
scored
half.
0 points in the second half.
Well,
But you guys did not run.
I'm gonna
Y'all
say
freaking
this.
threw the ball to Zay, and that was it.
Before we run out of time, I'm just taking the Bengals. I still think they've got awesome weapons. I'm not worried about their change in running back because let's be honest here, Joe Mixon wasn't a downhill runner. He wasn't. I mean, he tried to be more of a shifty runner. I don't think the change in running back really hurts them as much as people led on to, and they still have a lot of great
Watch out
weapons.
for Chase Brown. Chase Brown's gonna be good.
I think the Bengals give you guys a good shot. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm putting money on it right now that the Bengals win. But I think they give everybody a great run for their money in the division.
I just put 10 on.
Put 10 on the Browns.
Browns.
On the futures, nice.
What is it?
Money
plus
where his mouth
18?
is. I like it.
550.
I like it.
It's pretty good.
Well, while we've got a little bit of time,
All right, we got 15.
let's talk about what moved us this week.
Oh yeah, move.
Let's talk about what moved us.
Moves us.
I mean, I'm ready to go. I know mine.
Well, you go.
Dr. Mike, the
because
snack guy.
I've got something that moved me, and I just found out about it today. It just came over the ESPN.
Move the
thing.
ox
I was
for
like,
the
huh,
week.
Interesting,
Bro.
interesting thing. So, what do you got, Dr.
College
Mike?
football is back, dude. College football is back. It's technically week 0 right now.
Week 0.
We got Seminoles heading over to Dublin, Ireland to face off against Georgia Tech.
Oh, that's gonna be
A
awesome.
rambling wreck.
Yeah.
So
let's-
FSU
yeah,
plays
let's
in
go
Ireland
Ramblin'
and
Wreck.
we play
I'm
in
rooting for-
Brazil. That's gonna be sweet.
Right.
Yeah, let's go. I will. You
You gotta root for us in that game.
I'll root for the over. I'll root for the over in that game.
Well,
Root for the over.
I got a what?
What?
It's like,
I got to root for you.
No, I was talking to Brent. I wasn't talking
I got
to
to
you.
root for FSU.
I will not root for FSU. Can't do it.
you'd root for Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I was
Yes,
saying what's
absolutely.
worse.
I am rooting for Georgia Tech. I will be betting. I will place a bet on FSU. I think at last I saw it was like 11. I'll bet
I go-
FSU.
No, I don't like. I
think-
don't like the. I don't.
No.
We are going to be hungry as fuck.
I like
we didn't
the
lose
11.
a game last year. I don't.
I
think
like
we're
the
11,
losing a
11
game
and a
this
half,
year.
or is it 10 and a half?
I'll find out.
I think I like the over a
We're gonna
little
be
bit better.
freaking hungry. These guys.
Georgia Tech's got a good offense, no defense.
These guys are gonna destroy them. I'm sorry.
Georgia
I
Tech
don't
can
think-
score.
I don't know if we cover the spread. At
I'll
all.
bet 20. Like
10.
we
What's
win,
the
we
over?
win by at least 20.
55 and a half.
55 and a half. Give me the over.
I'll parlay Florida State minus 10 over 55 and a half.
I'll say 41-17.
Florida State to money line.
No, minus 10.
Minus 10.
41-17.
Minus 10 even.
Yeah.
Call it right now.
Here, I'll go ahead and put
I
it
think
in
that. I think they should.
41-17.
I think they should cover that 10.
They should. I don't know if they.
But I think Georgia Tech's going to score. I don't think defense is going to travel over there to Ireland. They're going to want to let it rip. So
I'm ready to
you
see
get
what
you.
we
And
got.
you I mean,
We got a lot of
makes
guys.
sense.
We got a lot of guys. We lost. We did lose a lot of guys, but we got a lot of guys coming back.
so yeah, that's what. But I mean, not just that game, but we've got games, a few games all across the country, and then. It starts because there's not a Saturday without college football for the rest of the year.
Yep.
Let's go. That is
right.
what moved me this week. I am
He's pumped.
extremely.
He's pumped.
I'm amped. I'm going down to Nashville to see the Hokies play
Sweet.
on the 31st. So that's
Nice.
going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that trip with the fam. So we'll be in the crowd down there in Vanderbilt rooting them on. And
Sweet.
let's go. College football is here.
Nice. I can dig it. I can dig it. Robert.
It's gonna be a tough one to beat.
I
buddy.
was just going to. Everybody, like, we're talking about the Orioles. The young guys get all the attention with Gunnar and Adley Jackson. All young. Anthony Santander doesn't get any love from
Yeah,
any
he's
national
solid.
media.
I agree with you.
He has. Everyone was talking like, oh, he's not a part of our future. He should be a part of our future. We should sign him.
Yeah.
He is. He doesn't play the field every day, but when he does, he is Gold Glove caliber glove in right field. He makes miraculous
A market
diving
improvement
catches.
over what he was.
He is very good in the outfield. And all he does is hit home runs. He's got 36. Since June 1st, he's hit more home runs than anyone in the majors. That includes Aaron Judge. Since June 1st. That's a long time in baseball.
Did the same
That's a
thing
that's a
last year.
lot.
Did it on a big
He
stretch.
he may be the best Rule 5 draft player ever picked. The Rule 5 draft basically exists so that MLB teams can't just hold young players in the minors forever.
Yeah.
I think the rule is if you were drafted 18 or younger and you have 3 or 4 years of professional ball, at the end of that year, if you are not on the 40-man roster of that team when the season ends, then all those players that are eligible go into a draft where MLB teams can draft them. Now, when they draft them, they cannot be sent down to the minors. They get sent down to the minors, they can be picked up by anybody. Well, the Orioles most of the time, these players don't amount to anything. There's a reason that they're not on, like, the teams are like, well, we're not going to put them on our 40-man rosters because they don't. and then when they go to the other team, they have to work it out in the majors. And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
And Santander got lucky. Orioles picked him in the Rule 5 draft. The Orioles sucked.
No, they were bad.
So he was able to just, they're like, yeah,
Play right
work it
field.
out.
Yeah, and he did, and he was
Work it
not
out.
good
He was not
defensively.
great. He had power.
Yeah.
But it just,
He was hitting
And-
it like 220.
he still doesn't hit for great average. He's still on like right around 250. But he hammers the ball.
Well, I've got this ball at home on my trophy case that came off of Santander's bat. That the moment it came off, I was like, that fucking ball is gone. And it was like the grace of God and some wind caused that ball to drop down to Michael Harris. When it came off the bat, though, we were all sitting there, and when it clapped, I was like, shit, that ball is going. It's going. And then, yeah.
I mean, I think there was a time where Gunnar Henderson, he was our leader with home runs in like the mid-20s to like 27, something like that at one point. And Santander still hadn't broke 20, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
And Santander's at 36 now. Gunnar's at 34.
Pulling it together.
Yeah, since June 1st.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, he's hit more home runs than Aaron Judge.
Damn. It's nice.
And people don't talk about him enough, so.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And I've thought that for a little while. Like Santander, he's a pretty consistent guy. And he doesn't get a lot of
He's
love.
such an awesome person to
Yeah.
like his personality when he gets into like interviews, because we have like an interpreter for him, but like he's learned enough English that he doesn't really need the interpreter, but he's been like such like every time he gets in, he goes, "My man," he like slaps him and like he does the interview, but then like at the end he'll be like, okay, get something in, like let just to give him his shine. He has a great relationship with his mom, and like he's just seems like an awesome, fun guy.
Anthony, you came through with the clutch walk-off home run tonight. What do you have to say for yourself? Wow.
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 Yeah.
Well, Donnie, what moved you this week, buddy?
Well, I kind of shifted from baseball to football. Obviously, watching and getting to watch my nephew, his son Carson, play tackle football. So I kind of got dragged into coaching flag football right after I finished my baseball season, and it's been.
I'm sure it was a tough struggle to drag you into that.
Okay,
I'm sure they had to really pull your arm back.
Hey,
Okay, all right, yeah.
so what I mean by that is, there was supposed to be a head coach, there was supposed to be an assistant coach, and I was supposed to be helping
I was just
coach
giving
the
you shit,
team.
man. It's cool.
No, I know, but I'm explaining. I was supposed to have some help with this. So one of the guys drops out like right before the season starts, so I lose one of my assistant coaches, and then the head coach is one of the team moms and really doesn't know much about football or coaching football. So
That's
I'm kind of. It's not sexist. It's just what it is. So I'm pretty much out there by myself teaching these guys, that never picked up a football, half of them in their lives, from the ground up, how to play. So it's been pretty cool. We've had like 4 or 5 practices. Some of these guys, especially the ones that, I could tell never picked up a football, it's these 2 brothers. And we played like sharks and minnows. You guys played that back in the day, like in the pool. Like there's one shark, and you say
Dominated.
shark. Well, we did that with flag football, and everyone's wearing their flags, and we have a shark in the middle, and we play on the field. And we have like boundaries set up and everything, kind of like a pool. Well, these 2 guys, Brooks and Graham, these 2 brothers, like never would have imagined these guys would be football players. Seeing them throw and catch a football, they didn't barely know what a football was, and. Dude, they got these juke moves, man. You put the ball in his hands, and they juke the whole team back and forth a few times. Like all the parents and coaches were like, "Wow, like that's freaking awesome." So I'm gonna try to put the ball in their hands a few times and see what happens during the games. But yeah, just being able to do stuff like that and doing something new.
Nice.
Definitely moved me for the week.
Oh yeah.
Well, what moves me is kind of funny, kind of on the negative, but because I don't really know how to pronounce the name. So it's either Janik or Yannick.
Probably Yannick.
I think it's Yannick Sinner. Top ranked
Yeah, Yannick.
U.S. Open tennis player,
Yep. Steroids.
failed PED testing twice for steroids,
Can't
anabolic
eat those
steroids.
chips.
They found anabolics. Top-ranked tennis player Yannick Sinner tested positive twice for an anabolic steroid in March, but he will not be suspended after the International Tennis Integrity Agency on Tuesday determined that the banned substance entered his system unintentionally through a massage from his physiotherapist. Dr. Mike, chime in on this thing.
A
That
massage.
sounds like a bunch of bullcrap.
From a
Anybody who's ever
massage.
gotten busted with steroids, I don't know how this got into my system. It was
my
a
bum.
supplement I was taking.
To my bum.
And, oh, you know what?
Nope.
How did it happen?
Recently, for the Titans, there's a player for the Titans. He got suspended for substance or whatever. It just got
Dropped.
it got dropped. They did an investigation. Like when you go to these companies and you order what you order for like whatever you're taking, like they mix it.
Yeah.
They do all this like these companies. And they did an investigation and found that he wasn't taking like anything. Like there was a speck of this that showed up in his test apparently that he got suspended for, and that it was from transfer from other like it. So I'm not saying that's why, but the massage is
And I'm
completely
looking,
different.
And I'm like,
the
and I'm looking at
massage
the
is
funny side
completely
because
different.
all I'm thinking is, I'm like,
Yeah, what
this
is it?
dude had a massage therapist get my handy with androgel. Like,
Right. No, the massage. He was probably going.
Here we go.
No, the massage is worth it. But that just reminded me of the situation this week
God.
at NFL play.
where's all the Gatorade?
You got the green, now hit it with the clear.
That's funny.
But on kind of piggyback on what Donnie said, I do want to throw one thing out there for Carson's 8U team. You know, he hasn't got a ton of time, but he's done pretty decent on defense. But this last Saturday, they played a jamboree up at Northside, and I believe they played against Vinton, and they scored 3 touchdowns in the game. They had a total of 4 plays on offense and
Let's
scored 3
go.
touchdowns. One of them was an 80-yard run with a nasty stiff arm in between.
Caleb.
No, it was Thomas, I think.
Really?
But kids can play, man.
Let's go.
They're gonna be tough.
Youth
they're gonna be
football's
tough to
been
mess
fun.
with.
Bryce,
Yes,
Bryce over there on the Hidden Valley Team U doing his thing.
absolutely. I saw that video.
Yeah, yeah, he had a little spin move
I
in
like
practice
it.
yesterday.
I tell you,
the coach said he might be a goal line back. That's I mean, he's not going for distance.
I like seeing this.
going for distance.
He's not going for distance. Inside 5 yards, give this kid the ball.
There you go.
Right.
Break some
Tank
tackles.
it through. All right. Well, let's go ahead and review these.
Speaking of Anthony Santander, he's hit 37 home runs this year.
There it is.
You just cracked one already.
Yeah, he hit a 2-runner in the first inning.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat any more of those chips. I'll
Yeah, I'm good on the chips. I couldn't even
I'll hit the
smell
taco
those again.
stuff, even though I feel like the taco seasoning gives me heartburn.
The Chex Mix,
Yeah,
I'm
that-
giving like a 6.3.
I'll get some more of that. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. No, it's not great. It's above
not like,
average.
you know.
It's pretty good.
The little salsa squares are very good.
Yeah,
I'd give it. I'm right there with Robert. I'm giving it like 6 3/4. You know, not quite 7. Right there. If there was a big bowl of this, I would eat a bunch of it. No problem.
Yep,
No problem.
that's where I'm at.
Better than average. Pretty good. What do you think, Joshua?
Yeah, I think they're
Okay.
I'll give about 7.
Eat them. I wouldn't push my grandma out of the way to get a bag of them, but
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, I'll stick with a 6.
Um,
6er.
What do, what
Yeah.
do we think of the
6.0.
Lay's honey butter chips?
This-
All right.
they're a solid 175 for me.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm
I
not
give
I
him
like
like
those
a
at all.
3.7.
2.5.
Yo, I'm at like a 7 on these. I really like them.
7.
You're at-
Wow.
Yeah, no, they were pretty good. I did like them.
I just
the
did
butter
not.
plate. I don't mind that. You know, like when
Not on
Jelly
the
Belly
chip.
makes that buttered
Yeah.
On a
popcorn.
biscuit, yes. I'm not on the chip.
Yeah, I don't mind those.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an acquired taste, but I think the sweetness at the end brings it through.
If you like honey and buttered popcorn, I feel like you would like
Outside
those
of
potato chips.
What the fuck?
I give those a 7.9.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're not quite
already
an
got one.
8,
I got
but
one.
they're good.
Then I'm eating both. These right here, pumpkin spice Oreos.
The smell bad, but solid 7.5. 7.5 on the taste.
I think I'm at a good, very, very solid 8 on these. I think they're pretty good. I like them.
I'm at a 9.
I had a 7.9. It wasn't quite an 8.
Okay.
I'm at a 9.
Oreo knocking it out of the park. Those tiramisu
Yeah.
thins we brought in one time were really, really good.
Yeah, I'm all day at a 9 with these. These are very good.
I just only because the pumpkin pie flavor from the vanilla wafer mixed with the cream gives me a very strong, like, good bite of pumpkin pie flavor. That's why I like them so much.
And that's what I got from it. It wasn't just pumpkin spice. It tastes like pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
And
no,
that
they're
I
very
really
good.
dig.
Yep.
I really dig on that. Well, we are officially out of time. We are actually a little bit over this evening. So let's go ahead and close this thing out. Guys, a lot of fun this evening. See Josh over here jumping in, blowing some chat up over here. I'm liking this. He's going to have to write a script for this when they make a movie out of Sports Bites.
Instead of Watson's massage.
But I do want to throw a shout out to all the fans out there, all of you guys watching. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Thank you for all the comments, for the engagement. We had a lot of fun tonight. Hope you did too. Throw a shout out to our man Josh Richards behind the scene. Josh, thanks for keeping us going tonight,
Still
man.
eating
We
them honey
appreciate
butter
you, man.
lays.
Robert, Brent,
Yo,
Don, thank you guys so much.
Thanks,
this was
brother.
a ton of
Sure.
fun tonight. Thanks for coming through with some solid snacks.
appreciate
Yeah.
you.
And again, we just want to thank all you fans out there. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Remember, keep hitting that like button. Get your people on board. Tell them to hit that subscribe button. We're at 149 fans, subscribers
Woo!
on here. Let's hit that 150 this week. Come on, get your people on board. Get your ticket for the Sports Bites
150.
train, baby. Giggity. And with that, we are Sports Bites, your #1 sports podcast, bringing the best of both worlds.
Sports.
Snacks.
Thank you guys so much. We love you.
Week.
Have a great night.
Well, usually you go, and
Week.
I was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah,
I haven't
but
done and.
Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag.